Hey Miss Allie, I am finally doing a video. Um, I'm doing this with a cough drop since I had bronchitis, and I'll try to be quick because it's getting dark. It's kind of late. Anyway, so I'm only gonna go over the plants real quick. So that you asked about. So here is the blueberries, and so as you see here, I have them labeled. I'll go through it once we're sitting together. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blueberry plants, and every fruit tree or vine I have, I put herbs with them and flowers around them for pollinators. In the back of these pots, those are pomegranates. I'm going to move those. I just don't know where I'm going to move them at yet. And some of these plants that was here, I guess, before are starting to grow. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of overtaking the blueberries, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. And this is a hibiscus that someone gave me, one of Ryan's friends. And then over here, these are the plums. So I put all this was like grass and overgrown, and I just put mulch and built up some beds because they had like a ton of bricks in this on this property. So these are plums here. Those back there are dead. It's been horrible, and it just finally rained. And this is one of those dwarf crepe myrtles. So once it starts coming alive, it'll be nice. And this is an apple tree. It's actually self-pollinating, but I did, if you see here, I'll get closer, I did get a second one. And again, these are like lantana. That's some lantana. It flowers very nice. And some sage. Those are pollinators. This is a grapevine. It's not doing too well. Like, it was growing prolifically for a while, but then it's kind of backed off, so maybe it's out of season. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And there's that other apple tree. It's called Carnival. It's supposed to be self-pollinated. It's flowering, which I don't think it's going to fruit this year. I'm just going to let it do whatever it does. And these two are some type of Japanese persimmons that was already here. I'm kind of letting that die. I'm not really into those at all. And these two are the guavas. They're doing okay. They're starting to bud also. And these are Turk's cap. And again, they're pollinators. I think we get some hummingbirds from those. This has been a disaster. So whoever was here, they had this, but it's pretty sturdy, so I left it. And so there's like 4, as you can see, blackberry vines, right? Well, some effing squirrel, I found them. They come and they chew all of this. I had this going crisscross all the way up on both sides so it can grow up. And now they're falling down because of this effing squirrel. And I don't like the squirrels. I don't want to talk about the damn squirrel right now. I'm very upset. And this one, so I have to figure something. This came all the way down. He just had like a whole armful of it. Look how long this was. It was all the way to the top. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to put this back up. Anyway, these are the pear trees, and they're doing really well. I put them there because they grow pretty tall, and like I can see right into my neighbors. I mean, I can't see, but the windows are open, so I'm gonna have that grow. 'Cause I don't know how comfortable people are with that. So this is a rock rose. It's not bloomed now because it's late, but you can see like the flowers are there. If this was the morning time, they are so effing beautiful. I love them a lot. And this is a peach tree. There's the second peach tree. Everything is in pairs. And like the basil really loves them. They grow I've already had to cut them back a couple of times, and I'll do it some more. And these are rock roses. They bloomed for a while, and now I think they're just going through a cycle again. But they're really, really pretty when they bloom. Almost tripped over. So they cut this, since this dude wanted this dog on basketball court, they cut down these big, beautiful, mature trees, and so they left these like logs for us. I want my trees back. Anyway, some sage, and this is some kind of firecracker bush. You can't, like up close, they're really, really pretty, but it rained, and so a lot of their flowers fell off. This is another rock rose, very pretty when it blooms. Back there's a couple of figs. Don't worry about that corner. I have to figure something out with that. These are some figs. I really, really like the figs. They're coming in okay. Nothing's gonna fruit this year. And these are loquats. Like if you look at this one is not doing well at all. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. This one is fine. So I don't know. I might let them die because I'm not really a loquat fan. I think my brother Courtney liked them, but F him. He can get something else. He liked the peaches, and actually his peaches are doing really, really well, if you can see there and there. And then that's another sage plant. I really like the sages. That was already here. I don't know what it is. I have to figure it out, but it's really pretty when it flowers all over. You see those? It's very, very pretty. And then there's a Chinese fringe. They have these like purple leaves, but then they have like these red flowers. But it's not here yet, but it's coming. And again, I need to kind of clean up this back area. It's just not looking good. This one is American Beautyberry. They have these gorgeous like purple berries, and when they are all over, they're not here because something's been eating them, which I'm appreciative of, because they'll leave my other shit, the stuff I eat, alone. But hopefully that'll get bigger. And these are some Barbados cherries, the pear here, and they're doing very well. I like those. Now, of course, this is the greenhouse. This is like the reason why I wanted this damn property. I'm not even joking. But it's so ugly. I mean, like beautifully ugly, you know what I mean? So I planted these bougainvilleas. There's one here, and then I put one on the other end. I'll show you. And then I put some hanging bougainvilleas along the top, and they are supposed to like really spread out and vine, and they can get up to like 20 feet. And so I'm hoping like all of this, like from these growing, because the flowers are over here, so you can imagine that all over, and then coming, and then these growing, and then it gets all over. So I want that all draped. And this is more like herb garden, something kind of that I put together with. And some curry, there's some sage, that's Texas sage, I just did it for the flowers. Some aloe, some other sage, that's lavender, that's not doing well there at all. I'll show you another spot that are doing well, some more sage. The basil again, which is like loving this weather, and then some rosemary. And actually, I'll come over here and do this real quick. So these poles here for this pergola, I put a jasmine plant on each pole, like at the base of it, and already they're starting to creep up there, and there. So I'm really hoping this fills all the way up with jasmine. I think it'll be awesome. And then this way, it rained recently, so all of the mulch came out. I put mulch, like the cedar mulch, on everything to kind of help with pest control. But I alternated like some lantana and lavender. So see, the lavender does well over here, but it's doing crappy over there. So I don't really know why, but whatever. And then that goes all the way there. So I'm hoping it just gets very big and fluffy. That will be so, so pretty. And here, since this is, I'll get a new table and stuff, but on either side is where I'm putting the really smelly, like very strong scented herbs. What is that? I forgot. Citronella, rosemary, sorry, and oregano. And so I put this here, and you like just throw a little water on it, and it's such a strong smell, and I think it like deters pests. My beautiful, beautiful cousin let me dig up a banana plant, and this thing is, and I was trying to like just let it get healthy again. It's not coming back, so I got to figure something else out for banana. I want some banana. But I don't think I'm gonna get it from that place. And ignore, this place is looking crappy right now, but it'll get better. Okay, so this is kind of how I'm setting up the greenhouse. I think whoever lived here before, they had more of an aquaponics setup. I'm not doing all that. That just seems like a lot of work. This is like some passion fruit and a different type of cherry, and there's some aromas I need to put up eventually. I just haven't that. And these are big boy tomatoes, and they've already grown all the way to the top, so I'm interested to see what happens with them. And I started doing a winter garden. I don't know how well they're gonna do, but this is like broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, Brussels sprouts, romaine, there's some cilantro, And there's some peppers here, some red peppers that probably won't stay there. I think they need a bigger pot, but I'm putting them there anyway. Just for the moment, just keep them healthy until I have time. This fool keeps his lawn supplies here, so I need a storage something, because I don't like that at all. That's like messing up with my aesthetics in here. And I have some space here. Here is where I have a bunch of kale because he makes those green smoothies, but I might just add them all here. And then eventually I want at least 20 or 30 strawberry plants. And as you can see, I still have space. I just put my mulch and stuff like that, because here, this is cedar mulch, 2 different types. This is the real, like, really good cedar to help with pest control, and then this is more like that pet bedding cedar, again, to help with pest control. And this is like, these are the romaines, so they're doing kind of good. I don't know, it's so weird. Like, they're fruiting, have some tomatoes, but then they're like, some of the leaves are, so I don't know if this is just like old leaves. I need to just kind of cut them back or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on with these romaines, but they're a little disappointing, but I'm gonna keep working on it. And I'll figure out how to make this place pretty. It's not pretty right now. And of course, these are newly planted, like with the cabbage and stuff you see, very, very newly planted. So we'll see what happens when they get bigger, and that's why I have them staggered. So when they grow, they won't just be like overcrowding each other. And then hopefully I can just have this all filled with vegetables. I can come out and get my shit whenever I want. And it gets very hot in there, so I have to figure out a way to vent it. I have like these like window boxes that I have open. There's one in the corner there, and so I keep everything open. I keep the door open, but it gets hot in here. Excuse me. I just kind of threw this as some ground cover. I actually threw some kale seeds in here just to see what happened. It started growing. I forgot what these things are called, but I'll figure it out. And this is not weed, unfortunately. Sorry, madam. But it's some kind of medicinal plant. It like smells amazing, like amazing. But I don't know what it is. I have to look that up. And then I put this path here. I haven't finished. Cause I can only get like 10 at a time because they're so heavy. They're so heavy. And so I got 10, and I'll get some more to go to the edge. And rain actually dropped this poor baby. He felt so bad, and it cracked. But I was like, no, I'll put it there. It was like $9 each. I'm saving those. And something interesting I found out. So I cleared this at this. See, this is where they had like all their bricks, and that's all those beds out there. That's what I built them with. They had all these bricks, and this is what's left. And hopefully I have enough to make a few more beds. But anyway, I cleared this area out, and that trash can that's actually filled with coffee, thanks to my beautiful sibling that works at Starbucks. But anyway, the city of Houston, like, you can order like rain barrels and compost bins from them, like for half off or something to that effect. So I bought 2 each, 2 rain barrels, 2 compost bins. I'm going to put them here, but pickup isn't until October 21st, 22nd, something like that. So when pickup's time is here, I'm going to start filling in. If you remember in the greenhouse, I'm going to use that coffee, and there's some eggshells there, and I, of course, eat a crap load of watermelon. Over here, it gets a lot more sun, so I have these are my citrus. My lemons are doing very, very well. The oranges aren't doing as well, but they are coming, and maybe they're slower growers. I don't really know how that works. And these are these like golden dewberries. They actually, I'm gonna get close. They were doing bad, like the sun was killing it, but they came back. Like, look how black they turned. It's so sad, but these are supposed to get really big. They're supposed to attract hummingbirds. So I'm gonna let them do their thing right now. And this AC is loud, so I hope you can still hear me. And these are my hibiscus roselles. So I have 4 of them. If I ever do this again, I'll add a 3rd one. I'll have 3 each. And they're flowering. As you can see, they're not open, of course, because it's like so late. But they're really, really pretty when they're open. But they're flowering. Hopefully those, whatever those things are called that you actually boil and get the red tea and color from. I'm waiting for that. So that should be happening soon. I hope you can hear me because this thing is loud. Anyway, I think that's it. And actually, as you can see, these are like up. I just kind of laid them out so I can figure out like where to put them, but I have to dig all the rocks and put this down. I'm just being lazy right now. I can't. I need a break. And I gotta go back to school tomorrow, of course. And I'm gonna be coughing on everybody, and you know they gonna think I have SARS and COVID. I swear I don't, but whatever. So anyway, that's it. I am trying to figure out a way to get a tree planted here, right in the middle there, and right in the middle of that grass there. But somebody being a bitch won't let me. Oh, let me repeat it so you can hear me. I want 2 trees back here, but somebody being a bitch and won't let me buy new trees. You gonna let me talk to you like that? Guess he is. So this is what he does, come out and play, and I'm sick of him and I hate him, and I'm trying to find him a second wife so he will leave amicably. But anyway, that's it. And so if you can think of where I can put those passion fruit and the other cherries that I have in the greenhouse over there, I don't know where I can put them, what space, but I will figure them out, and we can talk about it when I get back in town into Dallas tomorrow. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.